Hey, good evening, guys. It's KB5MIQ Big Boy, and I hope I got that camera about half right. Let's raise it up here. All right. Well, we got a few things we're going to talk about tonight. If you notice when you started the video, right after the MTC slide, there's a picture of a cell phone case with my channel name on it. Camouflage cell phone case, channel name on it. Well, I was going to show you the case here in the video, but I got it earlier in the week and we went in and put it on my phone. My YL Pam decided she needed to get in on the getting me stuff with my channel name on it and ordered me this really cool personalized phone case. Got it from a lady on Etsy called Ace's Cases. I'm going to put a link in here with it to her site, and I honestly think there might be a discount with it if you order one through that link. An old ham radio cat just jumped up here. She's been hid all day. We've been having a lot of bad weather. So, all right, get down. She's a little fuzzy tonight. We've had some bad weather today. Well, we got a few things we're going to talk about tonight. Number one, got some hams. I want y'all to keep in your prayers that are having some family and illness issues. Chris Howell, KF4 Alpha Alpha Bravo, been a long time subscriber, supporter of the channel. In fact, he's made one of my intro and out videos, the one with the Texas emblem on it. Chris is having some really serious medical issues right now and in the hospital, and y'all be sure to keep him in your prayers. Vern 6, KV5SIX, lost a family member over the weekend, and he needs your prayers right now also. He's up there dealing with that. Kent, one of our roundtable members, K1ENT, and his wife Julia, and I cannot remember her call sign, but she's a ham too. Her mother, Kent's mother-in-law, is on hospice care and not doing well at all. So y'all keep them three hams in your prayers. They're good hams, good supporters of the hobby, and they need your prayers right now. So I appreciate it. Also, Vern 6 still got that Rig Experts analyzer. It'll be a picture in the end of the video here with the info on it, and his call sign there, and he's good in QRZ if anybody's interested in it. And I guarantee you, if Vern, it's well maintained, looks like a brand new one, and he'll tell you everything right or wrong about it. He won't steer you wrong on it. Well, we got a couple of good subjects and one not so good tonight. Last night on the round table, we had a very good night. In fact, it was Jeff, Cody, and me, and then Adam got in on the tail end of it. Called a band opening. We had 9 check-ins last night, and 8 of those check-ins were techs, and most of those 8 were all fairly new techs. One of them, KN4 Tango Juliet, we was about his 5th QSO. He had just got on the air that day. That's why we hold this round table in the tech portion of the bands. We've always supported getting these new techs on HF on 10 meters. And guys, when you hear a new tech on 10, be sure and work them and give them some words of encouragement, and that'll keep them going on HF. We had a real good night. 8 out of the 9 contacts were all techs, and I believe they were all less than 2-year techs. So that turned out real good. Had a real good round table last night. In fact, we was on the air longer than I've been in a while. And somebody else talking about Mike Fright, new ham, and I could tell the one guy that was his first contacts, he was still getting it together on trying to understand how to talk on HF radio, and he did a good job. He really did. And when we have a tech check in, we pass them to everybody in the round table so they get the longer contact with everybody. So he made 4 or 5 extra contacts just with us last night. The easiest way, and I've said this before, to cure mic fright is get on the air and just listen for a little while before you start talking. Tune around, listen to different QSOs, and get an idea about how the lingo goes and what to say and information you need to put out. That's the easiest way to learn it, and then hit that mic button and have fun doing it. Okay, now for the not so fun part of the video. There is a group, and I have never in my life tried to knock any kind of merchandise, radios, anything for ham radio. But this time I got to bring this up because I don't think this is a good marketing ploy. I'm not saying anything about the radios that they're selling. In fact, they look like they might possibly very well built radios. There is a group on Facebook called Rapid Consulting that is marketing the My Emergency Radio. And I can't read you their ad anymore because I started commenting questions about their marketing and they blocked me. I didn't say anything out of the way to them. I didn't go sad ham on them or anything like that. But I was questioning their marketing plan and they blocked me on it. So let me give you in a nutshell what I believe they're doing. And this was brought up at our local club meeting also. They are marketing a VHF UHF 2-meter 440 FM handheld with the heading My Emergency Radio. And they tell you it's an amateur radio. It's a ham radio. It'll come pre-programmed with the ham frequencies and repeaters in your area in it. But you can only use it if the FCC is declared a national emergency. It's legal for you to use then, and it's legal for you to own. It's not illegal to own ham gear, and they're making a big flowered up statement about that. Well, let me read you their fine print. Let me pull this back up here. I got it saved. 2023, My Emergency Radio, all rights reserved. This is a legal ham radio which operates on an amateur radio 2-meter 70 centimeter frequencies, VHF, UHF. Listing on frequencies does not require an FCC license. Transmitting requires an FCC amateur radio license unless due to certain exceptions outlined in the FCC's amateur radio rules. For that reason, if you are unlicensed, this radio is for emergency use and listening purposes only. This radio is specifically certified for the amateur radio bands with FCC ID such and such. It will not operate on GMRS bands, MERS bands, or any other frequency that requires special FCC certification. It is not being marketed as such and cannot be operated on those frequencies. Receiving transmissions that are further than a few miles will require the use of a repeater or a repeater linked repeater. For global communications, echo link or something similar will be required. All right, now, before everybody crucifies me for condemning that, I'm not condemning people asking for help. I'm certainly not doing that. I'm not condemning a person owning an amateur radio without a license for listening purposes. I'm not saying that either. But when you read their whole advertisement, they're really flowering up the fact, oh, you need this radio for an emergency. You don't have to have a license to use it in an emergency. All right. Now, I really think that ruling from the FCC could be misconstrued. Like I've said before, you've got 3 main types of people on a radio. One type is good operator that knows how to operate, knows how to send his message across, clear, concise, and to the point. 2, you got the people that should never be allowed around a radio. And number 3, the people that you'll never get on a radio. Now, y'all know as well as I do, in this Google, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram world of this is where I'm getting all my information from, somebody is going to buy one of these radios and have it in their car, and they're going to have a flat tire, and they're going to get up on a local repeater and say, hey, this is Jim Bob out here on such and such road with a flat tire. This is an emergency. I need you ham radio operators to come help me. That's not technically an emergency that you should be authorized to use on ham radio. This is going to cause problem on repeaters. This is going to cause people making unlicensed transmissions on those that the FCC may not agree with that it is a emergency to possibly get fined. This is strictly a marketing ploy. If you talk to new hams and one of them says, hey, well, I can just buy this radio, or people wanting to be hams, let me strangers, I don't have to be a ham, I can just buy this radio. Explain to them the difference and what that is. I don't agree with this company's marketing ploy. I certainly don't agree with them blocking me when I was merely trying to have a conversation. I did not go sad ham on them. I did not go expert on them. I was merely questioning their marketing of this radio. And the one comment I read before they blocked me said, it's perfectly legal to own a ham radio without a license. The FCC says emergency only, and they blocked me. So this is going to come up. They're advertising them nationally. If you're on Facebook, I'm sure you've already seen them. They may be good radios, and they're not priced bad. A ham radio operator wanted to buy them. I got no problem with that. The problem is they're marketing these things for unlicensed people and giving them the idea that they can legally use it in whatever they determine to be an emergency. So bring it up at your ham club. I think this is one thing the ARRL needs to get involved in. Whether they can do anything about it or not, I don't know. I may get crucified here for bringing that up, but I just felt that it needed to be said. One of the board of directors brought it up at our club the other day, and after reading their ad, I think it's a very deceptive marketing ploy that they're marketing these radios, and ultimately could cause interference on amateur radio repeaters. All right. Well, that's about all I can think of for this week. We're back at 9:59. Our subscription rate's up and down all week. Other YouTubers say that YouTube unsubscribes them from time to time. So if you're subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it. But just make sure you're still subscribed to it. And spread the word. We hit that magic 1,000. We already got a speaker sponsored by K1ENT. And we're going to get a Yaesu FT4X handheld to give away. And we're going to do a 1,000 subscriber giveaway as soon as we get there. Y'all remember Main Trading Company in Paris, Texas? Got tons of ham radio gear up there. All new used gear used gear, new listings of used gear all the time. I'll get it out in just a minute. Also, there's going to be a slide on here. It's not very clear, but the Freedom Link group is raffling off an Anytone dual band radio, and it's going to be raffled off at the Shreveport Ham Fest, and the slide will be on here about that also. So if you want a chance to win a radio, they'll be there selling tickets on it, so be sure to check it out. This is KB5 MIQ Big Boy 73.